Hello,
Hi guys,
my name is Justin.
and I'm Hala, and out of the screen right now is our little baby girl Alma, and tomorrow she's gonna be 8 weeks old.
I'm going to tell you a story about our birth.
Okay, so as far as the pregnancy goes, it was beautiful. I was getting bigger and bigger by the month and approaching the due date. And I will tell you that maybe about a week before the due date, I was starting to feel things happening in my uterus, some preparation contractions. I knew it wasn't the real deal, but
It's very exciting.
it was exciting, yeah. Then my due date came and passed. Bless you. And a few days passed. Still, I'd be feeling the preparation contractions, but not the real contractions yet. Until about 4 days after my due date.
We were like, oh, is this going to happen? Like, when is this going to happen?
Yep. You know, we always thought, oh, she'll come early. No, she didn't, but we didn't panic. It was just okay, well, when is she gonna come out?
Yeah, we kept getting reminded by the hospital.
Yes.
After 10 days, you're going to...
We're gonna induce you after 10 days, or you know, just would you like to schedule an induction on your due date? I said no, it's fine. Let's just let her come when she's ready. And then one night came, about 4 days past the due date, and I was starting to feel contractions. And they were quite different to the preparation contractions, but they weren't quite the thing yet. So I told Justin, oh, I think I'm having contractions, but let's go to sleep.
Yeah. You couldn't sleep though, right?
Well, I was trying to sleep, and I tell you, maybe I was in a light on and off sleep. I was definitely feeling stuff going on. It just wasn't intense or anything. I just felt something was happening. And then 4:30 a.m. I was feeling a little bit of wetness. Like water has broken type
Yeah.
of wetness.
We called the hospital. We were both very excited.
Yeah. We had everything packed and ready to go, you know. But we thought, okay, I'll take a shower, I'll get comfortable, and we'll come to the hospital when we're ready.
Yeah.
So we called them at like 4:30 a.m., but we came at 6 a.m., so
Yeah,
about an
wasn't
hour.
any. We knew we weren't in any rush.
No
to get
rush.
there.
When we got there, they said that my waters had definitely broken, and I was 1 centimeter dilated and about 50% effaced. So instead of my cervix being 4 centimeters long, it had shortened to about 2 centimeters. So we were definitely moving along. Something is happening.
Yeah, they told us to come back when we were having 1 minute long contractions with a 1 minute break in between.
Yep, or until I couldn't take it anymore. It was either
Yeah.
that or the other.
And it was the day that we actually had to vote.
Yeah, it was a voting day. So, you know, I'd already elected to have a postal vote, but what did we do? We thought, why don't we just walk to the elections?
Yeah.
So we walked to the elections, and I was having my contractions at the elections.
Which was pretty funny. We
Keep going.
yeah, and then that definitely helped progress the labor along. We got home. We prepared the space. We set up nice ambience with music, with essential oils, and a lot of pillows.
Lots of pillows.
Just basically the way we were taught, the way Julie had taught us. We also had heat packs to help, I guess, ease any of the tensions that Hala would have been feeling in the lower back through the contractions. So, yeah, that really was a good experience for us, where we were just really present with each other. She was present in her body, and even though we had heard what was to be expected, for me, it was still all new. It was a new experience. So everything was, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, it was like my body was in the middle of a dance between her and myself, and we were basically in, it was like choreography between us, and all I needed to do was to just focus and breathe with my contractions and feel my body and just let it do exactly what it was designed to do, and to just breathe with that process instead of resisting it. I just breathed with it. I had visualizations of opening up like a rose, just unfurling, and that really was great for me.
Yeah, and that's something that we had also communicated beforehand.
Yeah.
Was me, what would I do for Hala? How would I support her in the best way possible?
Yeah.
And that was just reminding her of her visualizations, breathing with her, various massage techniques, massaging her feet, massaging her lower back and around the sacrum, around the tailbone.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we already communicate a lot as a couple, but going to Julie's classes really set the scene and the opportunity for us to talk more about it. It just really encouraged for us to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gave us the confidence, both of us.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. So in our story, where are we at now? We are breathing, we are going through the contractions. I'd be riding the wave, breathing with it, and then feeling it just come off. And it was just, it felt so good to just trust my body and to just surrender and let go. That was amazing, and I don't think I would have really felt so confident to do that had I not been reminded that my body knows what it's doing from coming to these classes. Like, these classes really empowered me, gave me permission to really feel my body and allow it. Amazing. So during the labor, there was one stage, and like, this is how important letting go is. There was one stage where someone said something funny. My mom said something funny, and I just started laughing in the middle of my contractions. I was just laughing and laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I had tears coming out of my eyes because I was laughing so much, and I have a strong feeling that made me dilate an extra 2 centimeters like really quickly, because when we got to the hospital
Around 6 p.m.
Around 6 p.m. So remember, we saw them at 6 a.m. and we came at 6 a.m. and we came at 6 p.m. on our return.
On the same day.
Same day.
And she was measured at 8 centimeters dilated.
Yep.
And at that point, we were very excited. Very...
Yeah. Yeah, we had opted for a water birth, so the moment I was checked on my dilation, they said, all right, let's get the bath going.
Yep.
And did you tell them about what we packed for the hospital atmosphere?
No, so we had our own lighting set up.
We took about 3 strings of fairy light, like long strings.
Yep, so that we could turn off the lights and just have those on, and
Yeah.
a very dim setting, which was
Dim, warm glow.
Yeah.
Very easy, very soothing. So we had lighting.
We had music.
Yep.
The same music that we were playing back at home. We just took the Bluetooth speaker with us.
Yeah, and just continued. And we had the essential oils going. I mean, I took my time before labor ever started to really think about what fragrances I liked, and it's different for everyone, but I liked particular fragrances and we took them with us, and I can still smell them right now. Yeah.
So when Alma was coming out,
Yeah.
tell us about that experience.
So they said, "Oh, we can see the head," and I couldn't see. We didn't have the mirror. Some people take mirrors with them, and I was thinking about it. I didn't get around to it, but yep, we can see her head. What? Really? And then she came out, and she was immediately placed onto my chest, and she was about to cry. She was like, "Ah!" And then I just started umming, because that's how my breathing technique was going. Instead of really moaning I tried to
and we'd together.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a good bonding experience. With your wife, with the birthing mother, whoever you are, when you're supporting her, with her, moan with her, just be with her.
Yeah, overall it was a beautiful experience.
Yeah, and
a lot of ups and downs,
like
tears.
contraction waves, lots of laughing.
Yeah.
And I would do it again in a heartbeat, because when they placed her on my chest, it was so natural. I was always her mom, and she looked at me with her eyes, and it was like, we know each other. And it was just exciting to meet her in the flesh, and vice versa for her to meet us. It was incredible and felt so natural.
My advice to soon-to-be fathers is to trust the process. Do what Julie says.
Yeah.
And
listen to Julie.
Listen to Julie. And listen to your wife or partner, and just be present with her needs, and just communicate. Keep communicating.
I think that's really sound advice. And to the mothers, breathing goes such a long way. And I found that, okay, she was born, but I used the breathing after she was born for those nights where she'd be crying. Just breathe with your baby, hold them, use the breathing technique all throughout, and it just helps for the process to, it helps you basically to go with the process instead of resisting it, and just makes it so enjoyable. Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much. Such a pleasure, and best wishes to you guys on your birthing experience. You'll have such a beautiful little one.